bit of a mechanical error. But okay, just to wrap this thing up, just to kind of put a bow tie on this, we're gonna. Who were we at? Where were we at? Were we at you, Arch, when we went off?
I refuse to give a number grade.
Oh, that's right.
I really enjoyed it. I'll tell you that. Whatever number that is.
Cyber, we were on you, weren't we?
I had finished, and I thought we went to Perry.
All right, Perry. Do you want to try to give us a grading for the first episode of Loki?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a 9. That'll change. It'll fluctuate. It'll go up or down. I don't know. It's one of those things, you know. It's ever changing with things where you're like, oh, I hated it before, and then you go and watch it 10 years later, and you're like, holy shit, this was fantastic.
You discussed this personally.
Yeah,
before.
Right. And you change, your interest changes. But right now, after watching, I'll just say I'll give it a 9. It was fun. I enjoyed the character development. The dramatic parts with Tom Hiddleston were fantastic. And it should line up to be a really wacky and interesting change to some of the things that we've been seeing with Marvel. So it should whack up the universe a little bit, and it should be fun.
All right, well, check this out. This is going to be an interesting closing segment because we're about to segue into Dune, the trailer.
There's something happening to me. There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it.
What did you see?
There's a crusade coming.
Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them?
Yes.
The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die.
What's in the box?
Pain. You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself. Now you must learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors learned.
My father rules an entire planet.
He's losing it.
He's getting a richer one.
He'll lose that one too. Arrakis is a death trap.
I'll kill them. This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do?
I know you.
One day, the legend will be born. All of civilization depends on it.
The future. I can see it. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
My Lord Duke.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
Go, go, go!
Only in theaters.
Doggy.
All right.
Only in theaters.
Cyber, you first, brother.
The only issue I have with this film is the fact that they casted Zendaya in this film. I can't stand the woman, but other than that, the trailer looks fantastic. I mean, the end sequence there where it shows the giant worm, that's awesome looking. I mean, that's way better than the original film that they did back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, visually this is going to be a lot more appealing because Dennis Villeneuve, he's very good at being visually appealing. He did that with Blade Runner 2049. He did that with Arrival. And so that is one of the things I'm looking forward to this film. But also it has a pretty decent cast. I mean, you got Jason Momoa in it, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem.
Outstanding cast.
You know, Dave Bautista. I mean, it's got a really great cast. And that's going to be awesome. I'm just hoping that this will be a little better than the Kyle MacLachlan one. I wasn't a huge fan of the original one back in the 80s. I thought it was okay, but there was so much they couldn't do with it because they just didn't have the visual effects yet. So, I mean, I feel if they had a little more special effects back then, they could have did a little better with it. And just, I felt that one, the story just was a little too slow for me. And this one looks like the story might be actually pretty decently, like, it runs pretty well, it looks like, through the trailer itself. So, I'm looking forward to checking it out when it comes out in theaters. It'll definitely be something interesting to see. And definitely, it'll be visually appealing, I can tell you that.
Well, Perry, you looked stoked watching that trailer. What are your thoughts?
Dude, I am. The movie looks great, and I like Dark Side of the Moon is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, I've probably listened to it like too many times to count. It is a masterpiece. Anybody who says differently, I can't disagree with you more. And adding Eclipse at the end of that, oh my god! And then having the actual eclipse and it's right on the money when it comes to like, and that's also a joke because money's on Dark Side of the Moon. But I got the chills, you know, like music does that for me, you know, like when those moments, like when you can like see the connection of what they're trying to do.
What about how it tied into the visual aspects too?
It was Jeff, my guy. I can't even express to you.
What
like,
did I tell you about this trailer?
It's so freaking good. It's so good. This is only the second time I've seen it, and I'm like, because I can't keep watching it, or I'm just gonna keep like getting all like antsy about it because it was supposed to come out in December, and I can't get over that, you know. So it's just it's so good. It's just so good, and like we were saying, Dennis Villanueva. How do you? I always
say it.
Okay, I hear it 100 times and I still can't say it. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. You hear it and then you can't say it. But the way that he's able to like put a scene together and just make it visually stunning, and that's a lot of his cinematographer that he was been with for years. This is the first movie that he hasn't been with his cinematographer, but you can tell that he's definitely like playing his cinematographer's cards here, because it has that same like scale, you know, like the big scale scenes feel big. They
like
feel
the sandworm.
Yeah, it feels powerful. It feels like you can feel the scene, you know, and he does that brilliantly. And I'm just really excited to see this awesome ensemble cast take on this beloved like cult classic book that is not a mainstream. It's not super mainstream, but it has such a following that it deserves like this kind of attention and this kind of like care taken to it. So I really hope that it nails it and it does a backflip and a triple whammy side flip jump and it lands straight on its feet and then goes like this. And the judges give it a 10.
I enjoyed that, Perry. Arch, what do you think of the trailer?
Yeah, no, it looks beautiful. Everything Perry just said. My experience with Dune is that I don't know a whole lot about it. I did see it a long time ago, but I don't really remember much about it. I haven't been a consistent fan or anything of it, or followed it or anything like that. But I'm always. I think the thing this reminds me of is maybe like it. They just redid it. Tomb Raider, they just had another version of that. They've got a new Highlander coming out, and I think the thing that I think about when I think about all three of those is that they all deserved remakes and better versions, and I think Dune is in that category where it really deserves a modern take on it. The first one wasn't like something like The Godfather, where it was just good the way it is, and you don't never need to touch it again. This deserved a retake on it, so I'm excited for it. Like, this trailer's amazing, it really is. So I can't wait.
What did you think, Arch, of the main character from the trailer? I believe his name is Paul.
Yeah, no, he seems pretty compelling. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on in all those situations, like what the deal with the test of his hand in the box is, but all of that seems like really psychological and character developing, and his father seems to play a pretty large role in it, and he's following on some sort of legacy. All of that seems great. This is why I don't watch a lot more trailers than this. I always love the first trailer, and then it seems like a great setup. I don't want to know anymore. I just want to watch the film, if that makes sense. I'm intrigued enough as is. I'm in the door to watch the movie. I'm good.
Well, I think that's totally understandable. It's very logical, Arch, and just to put it out there to everybody out there, we're going to wrap this up, but we want to really make sure that everybody understands that we appreciate all the support that we get for the MCU's Bleeding Edge. We've really bounced our YouTube channel and our podcast up in like the last month or so, or month and a half. We've really watched our numbers kind of jump, and we have a lot more engagement and a lot more listens and views and whatnot going on, and we all really appreciate that. We all do. This is a show that where Perry, Cyber, and myself, we are the MCU's Bleeding Edge. And we're very lucky to have somebody like Arch to come on and guest the way he does and give us these excellent, profound takes on the stuff that we cover, and enjoy it too, the way he does, which is great because this is supposed to be fun, and it is fun. And we'll be back at it again next Wednesday evening. We'll be covering Loki episode 2. Arch may or may not be here depending on what's going on with his intense schedule. We'll have to see if he can make it or not, but if he can make it, then it'll be the 4 of us probably again, and then maybe Yvonne Rempel again, or Alexis, or Kennedy, or one of our female guests might come on as well. But I want to thank Arch, I want to thank Cyber, and I want to thank Perry very much for struggling with me with these technical difficulties, and of course just being here and participating and contributing on this awesome show, because I'll tell you right now, we're not fucking around here, guys. We are the MCU's Bleeding Edge, and we're no joke. I mean, our reviews are like, intricate and informative, and I mean, you're missing out if you're not paying attention to the MCU's Bleeding Edge. But Arch, do you want to shout anybody out or shout out Sakar or anything?
Yeah. I know you got the link down there, sakar.freeforums.net. I know you guys have been on there a little bit, but we welcome anybody to come check us out. It's much more than just the MCU. It's a prime focus for a lot of us, but we talk Star Wars and Star Trek and Dune. We just watched the Dune trailer. Any other
Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, that's on there. If you want to come talk Battlestar Galactica, you can come in and start any topic you want. We have a ton of people there who will be glad to talk to you about any nerdy stuff you want to talk about, any social or you want to talk about. Come check it out. It's free to start an account. We'd love to chat you up, so check it out.
Perry, you got to get on Sakar, man.
I know. It sounds really good. I got to jump on.
Your presence on there, brother.
I know. I got to dip my toe in. And
same thing with Rizzle, man. What's going on? What's up with that first Rizzle video?
I have not been able to sit down. Like, today especially, like, I barely was able to even watch the Loki trailer. I got home from work like 3 hours later than I usually do. So I was like, I even texted you, Jeff. I was like, dude, I'm going to be here for a while. I was like, you're going to have to take over tonight.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. You're making money. That's good.
Yeah. A lot of overtime. It's good. It's good job, good work. But it doesn't leave me a lot of free time sometimes. But, I'm just glad I have like work and consistent work, especially right now.
I am too. And Cyber, what do you want to say about Rizzle and like our whole Rizzle deal? Like we're both Rizzlers, everybody, just so you know. I don't know if you've heard about Rizzle before, but Cyber and I are Rizzle veterans.
Yes, we are. We are such Rizzle veterans. But anyways, yeah, I mean, if you haven't checked it out, people out there watching the stream, or anybody that watches this stream eventually, yeah, definitely check out Rizzle. If you're a fan of TikTok at all, Rizzle is the place to be. That's actually where a lot of us meet, is on Rizzle. It's just, we feel that Rizzle's a little better platform than TikTok is. They just have a lot more interaction with people, and it's just really fun. I mean, it has many of the features that TikTok is doing now. It's getting, it's getting more and more intricate, people. But yeah, definitely come on by and check it out. It's really fun. 1-minute videos. There's a whole bunch of different series that people put together on there. There's a guy that calls himself the GOAT that talks with a goat head on. It's pretty funny, you should definitely check it out. It's free, just like on the other ones, and you can meet a lot of great people there. That's where I met Mr. Jeff here. And it's fun. Just definitely check it out if you like to watch little 1-minute videos.
Yes, and as I've shown in the graphics during the show, you can find Cyber on YouTube. He's a longtime YouTuber under Cyberneticshark, and also does some podcasting, but mostly he does MCU on Rizzle, and he also does film reviews. Perry Ramsey is the host of the Off Topic podcast. And Perry, when are you going to be back on? When are you going to be recording again?
I think once I move into a new place in about three or 4 weeks, and I think once that, like, the whole process of that settles out, I think things get a little calmer for me. So I think that's when I'll have a little more time to be able to sit down.
Are you going to have me on? Or are you going to put me on there and let
I'll
me
have you on? Yeah. Okay. Arch is like, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Arch. I appreciate that, you son of a bitch. You better not let Arch on there. I'll tell you right now. I don't even want Arch on that damn show.
Well, you guys can see me? Wait a minute. Sorry.
No,
Arch,
nobody can see
Arch,
you.
What's going on with Podcasted Champions? Are we doing a review on Saturday?
Yeah. It's funny you said that. I was regretting not mentioning that. Yeah, we're doing a review of Loki on Saturday. The Grandmaster will be there, Lord Deathman, who you have not yet, and maybe Taylor and somebody else, and you guys are invited as well. So come check it out. We record ours and then we release them a couple of days later. It just takes we do a little production on them. So we haven't gotten into the live broadcast yet, but swing on by. We'll record at 5:00 on Saturday Eastern time.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, am I in there? Like, Grandmaster didn't get back to me. Am I on the program?
You're it. Come on.
All right. Well, look, we like to do things live over here on the MCU's Bleeding Edge because we don't play. I mean, let's be honest here. Like, we're not worried about imperfections and little crap, little snags and whatnot. We like to give it to you authentic, like, and whatnot, all live.
I like it.
And, either way, again, we thank all of our supporters. We thank everybody who has supported our YouTube channel and our podcast. And I just want to say, God bless everybody out there, and have a great rest of the week and a great weekend. And we'll be back on Wednesday evening at 9:05 p.m. Eastern, 6:05 p.m. Pacific on the MCU's Bleeding Edge, reviewing episode 2 of Loki. So see you then. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.